Welcome to the Room of Truth. I am Queen Dora. Now, before we begin today's reading, I would like you to brace yourself. The card that I'm holding in my hand is one of unexpected, severe change and disruption in your life. And when I say severe, I'm talking, what's the worst thing that could possibly happen right now in your life? Or, I can't even begin to describe what this card means in a reading, and it's one that we normally proceed with caution when we get this card, because we then look at the surrounding cards. It's the Tower. And the Tower, as you can see, shows a building being struck by lightning. This lightning is strong enough to shake the very foundations of the building, causing parts of it to explode outwards and to go into the ground below. It's literally an explosion in your life, like a bomb coming to hit you, and everything around you. It's changes that you were not planning, changes that you want. It's things that you hope will never happen to you. And it's always normally something that happens to somebody else. It's the worst thing you can possibly imagine in a reading. And in general, it can mean, but it has to be confirmed by surrounding cards. So remember that this is a generalized reading. Okay, so do not take upset from this. It's basically warning you of unexpected changes coming into your life, changes that you wouldn't like to have happen. It can signify damage, death, destruction, disillusionment, disappointment, everything bad you can think of. It could be anything from financial ruin through to losing your home, through to a car crash, losing somebody that you love in your life, could be a divorce. It's like whatever the worst possible scenario in your life that you would hope would never ever happen, it's either happening around you right now or it's about to happen. And it's a card that will tell you to prepare yourself. But having said that, it doesn't matter how much you try and prepare yourself for the unexpected. It never is enough. I just don't know how to tell you to batten down the hatches, but this is what you're going to need to do. If it comes down to your work, then there may be either financial ruin, bankruptcy, loss of your company, loss of your job if you're working for someone else, an unexpected a redundancy. Sorry, I was looking for the word. Unexpected loss of employment, furlough, redundancy, fired. You're fired. That's it. You may go into work thinking yesterday was fantastic, and today you get called into the office and you're literally handed your things and told to leave the building or escorted from the building. So, it's a terrible, terrible, terrible card, and it's a terrible thing to have in your reading. And we all get this card at some point. There is no way of avoiding life's knocks. Okay, if it's to do with health or pregnancy or things like this, then you have to take extra special care of yourself, because it can show miscarriage, it can show a loss of pregnancy. I mean, these cards, I'm giving you generalized reading, so please bear in mind that this would be an unexpected card in a reading, but it would be surrounded by other things. So it could be surrounded by a card at work saying, listen, here's a warning, you might lose your job. But forewarned is forearmed. And this card is saying you need to prepare for the worst. Now, and I've said this before, and I'm going to repeat it again, and I will continue to repeat this until my last dying breath. Whatever situation you are going through in your life is transitionary. It is a movement from one place of one situation in your life through to another. So nothing ever stays the same. And there have been numerous songs about this, nothing stays the same. So when you do come through this, and you will come through this, then it means you will be much stronger as a person. You will be able to look back and think, oh my goodness, I'm thinking of someone on television that goes, oh my God. And that's what it literally will be. It literally is an oh my God moment. It is, it is just such a terrible feeling in the pit of my stomach that I even have to tell you about this card in your life today. It's tragic, it's life-altering, it's life-changing. The bright side is you do know that you are going to come through the tunnel, and the light on the end of the tunnel will be approaching. You just have to get through today, tomorrow, whenever this appears in your reading. I mean, if it's surrounded by cards, it could be a week, a month, 6 months. I'm not going to put a time on this because this is a generalized reading. But this is saying, hey, red warning flags. It's a card that does come up more frequently than people would like to admit, and it's never ever easy to tell people, look out, be aware of what's happening around you right now. If you are in financial difficulty, then do try and seek help for someone to help you out of this, whether it's just giving you advice or whether you need to go and speak to a financial institution. You have to resolve your issues and your problems, and hiding away from them, blindfolding yourself, telling yourself that it's not real and tomorrow is going to be better. Unless you deal with those problems, tomorrow is not going to be better. Tomorrow has the opportunity and the possibility of being worse than today. But as I have repeated, I have a light, as you can see, that just switched on and off quite suddenly. As you can see, I think there's a technical gremlin somewhere. As you can see by this card, you will need to get through it. You will have to take it one breath at a time, one step at a time, and know that you will come through this stronger. And I love saying to people that when you are emerging from the other side, you will find yourself to be like a rising phoenix, soaring from the flames, emerging new and stronger and wiser. So take heart. It's not in your life forever. It's not going to last forever, and you can come through this. All right. So if this card reaches out to you today, then know that there will be an end in sight, and to take it one breath, one day at a time until you come through it. Okay. And of course, remember, if you do need help from professional associations and organizations, if it's with regard to an abusive relationship again, or if it's with regard to a bereavement that's coming up in your life, then there are organizations out there that will help you. No problem can ever be left unsolved, and most problems can be solved. If you need extra support emotionally, as I said, there are bereavement groups out there. If you need support financially, there are other people out there, if you found yourself in debt, then know that there are credit agencies and debt management agencies that can help you. There is always someone to help you through your difficult moments and times in life. You are never, ever alone, even if you feel in the depth of your despair and depression that you are alone. Please know that you are not. There is always someone that you can reach out to in your times of strife, tribulation, and trouble. Now, if this card has spoken to you today and you liked my interpretation of the card, I'm sorry if it's bad news in your life right now, but know that you will come through it. Then like the video, subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Join me on my Facebook page. I will be happy, honoured and privileged to give you a more in-depth personal reading, should you so wish. And despite that card, I wish you a super day, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. You take care, and bye for now.